The holidays are fast approaching, and I know a lot of you might have some silver that needs some love. So I'm gonna show you guys how to clean it. We have two different methods here. We use this thing called Peak, which is one of my like favorite silver polishing I guess products. It works fantastic. You can get it on Amazon. We'll link it in the caption. And then we also have a dip method, which is vinegar, baking soda, sea salt, and some boiling water. And we're gonna show you because it works super duper fast. Just a reminder, test an inconspicuous spot first with everything that you clean, because you don't know if it's gonna take the finish off, and also if this is like an heirloom item that you cannot replace, you wanna take it to a professional first. Just trust the professionals before you haphazardly try to DIY something that is irreplaceable. Please, please listen to me on that one. So you need the Peak cleaner, a grab rag. We're gonna use a polish cloth at the end just to shine it up, and then a soft toothbrush in case we need to get into any grooves. And let's do it. So you don't need a lot of this stuff. It actually, a little tiny bit of it goes a very long way. And you're going to see it work magically before your eyes. So every time that you're polishing silver, you're taking like a little tiny layer of the silver off. So if it's something that's copper plated and like silver dipped, remember you can be taking the silver plated, sorry, not copper plated. And you could be taking the finish off. So you will just want to be careful with that. That's again why we want to test a small spot. Let's add a little bit more here. So a little bit of it goes a long way, but like look at my cloth so far. Okay, here's my next little glob I've got going. And then see what I mean about these like kind of groovy spots. Let's use the toothbrush. And we'll scrub. Okay, I've done basically, I want to go deeper into those grapes, or those grapes. Yeah, I wanted to go deeper into those grapes, but I just want to show, hold on. I'm trying to go fast. Shine it. Okay, wait. Now, hold on. We're gonna use the dip method on this one because we have some smaller items and it's going to work awesome. I can tell you that right now, especially with something that has lots of grooves in it. Like see how this has so many grooves in it, and we shouldn't have to scrub into all of like the intricate designs of it. So we've lined this. You need a pot that can take heat, okay? So this is just like a regular kind of sort of Dutch oven type style pot. And then you line it with tin foil. Very scientific, you need the tin foil or it doesn't work. It's just part of the magic of it, okay? It's very easy to do this. So then we need 1 tablespoon of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and then we need 1/2 cup of vinegar, and then you're just going to add boiling water after this. It's already gonna react. See, it's foaming in there. Now I've got boiling water, and I wanna add enough boiling water that I'm gonna be able to like dip these items in here. And it's gonna make a difference. I think that that should be good enough, okay? Now, have to move quickly here, folks. I'm gonna go with this one first, just because I feel like it's gonna be the most satisfying. Give it a second. Maybe I can just like move and do more than one at a time. Here. That one's gonna rest on the edge. Oh, you can smell it. Look at this one! That was like black. Did you get it?
I think I might have.
God, it's even getting into those grooves. I can't wait to do this groovy one. Just give it a second. This one isn't. I'm just gonna let this one out and test it. Ooh, it's hot. Oh, but look at the outside of it. Outside's not the inside. Maybe the inside is like tarnish is kind of done. Okay, let's lift this one up. Like what? I'm gonna let it soak a little bit longer because I want it to get into those grooves, but that's insane. I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit more hot water. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more hot water here. And we just checked our notes, and you can actually let this stuff sit for up to about 10 minutes. So, oh, it like smells. It smells like sulfur. So I'm gonna do this really disgusting groovy spoon. In she goes. And then I've got this spoon, which is gonna be fun because I can just completely submerge it. Oh, you can't even, look how clean it came. It was covered, did you get it? Okay. Okay, 10 minutes. It's just like, everyone, just take a chill pill and wait. These have been sitting for 10 minutes. And I just want to show, I need to use my tongs because this water is still very, very hot. But like, look at how clean that ladle came. That looks like is that like a gravy spoon maybe? And then this one is the most satisfying of them all because it was like completely black. Hold on. Okay. There, look at how clean, look at that. So this is really going to be a great method for silverware because, especially if you have tarnished silverware, but see how we've got a little bit of like dirt in these grooves? This one, it didn't come perfectly clean on the inside, but this worked really good. And then this, so the more intricate the details are, but like look how nice and shiny it is on here. Maybe we should let it soak a little bit longer. But we could also try and just rinse them off and then try and use the Peak stuff and see if that just lifts that last little bit of it. So like look at the back of it because it definitely really got there. So we feel like we've gotten most of the tarnish off of these, but we think that we need to do another dip because if you look in my water, it's like really black and stinks like sulfur. So we think we're gonna do a fresh batch of the dipping water and then soak them again and see if that helps lift off the like remainder of the tarnish on the spoons that you can see here. 1 tablespoon of salt, sea salt, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, half a cup of vinegar, boiling water, okay, this fancy spoon is giving us a little bit of flack. So we're gonna just try some baking soda because that's in part of this recipe of the dip, and we're gonna try and scrub it and see if we can get it lifted off. This is also basically like the dip method does work really awesome for something like this spoon. Look at that, which is awesome. But the more intricate it is, I think we're probably gonna wanna use the Peak. It actually is working though, guys. So baking soda.
Like obviously Peak would be faster.
But Peak would be faster. But everybody it's always nice to have a cleaning solution to something that you usually have on hand, like in your fridge or in your cleaning cupboard. That is working. But I am, hold on, going to compare it to applying to some Peak because this spoon, surprise, surprise, has a second set that nobody wanted to clean, but we're going to compare them now. I'm gonna wipe this one.
It did work.
It's still got more, it needs more scrubbing. I think
honestly it looks like rust on one of the sides.
Yeah.
I think it does.
So I have this spoon that comes in a set. This one has been cleaned with the dip method and we've polished it with a little bit of baking soda, but I wanna use the Peak method on it just to see if it's a little bit faster because like the details on this one are more intricate and I want to see if that's going to lift it. Because it does still require a little bit of elbow grease when you have grooves and stuff. Like this thing is a piece of art. We're still running into the same problem with this yellowing, but it's working. Which one looks better? This one does look better.
I think
the
you
dip
put more time into this one as well.
Okay, we'll keep going. Even though I'm at my wit's end. All right, here are our final results. Over here, we used the Peak, and this thing shined up like a dream. It looks fantastic. It actually has, we can tell that this is silver plated because it has a little bit of copper showing through, but it still looks fantastic. Like the Peak did a fantastic job on it. Now, we also did Peak on this spoon here, or this spork, whatever you want to call it. I do want, can you see both of these in the shot? This is the Peak and this is the dip method. Like, it's a matching set, so I just want to show the difference between the two of these. So the Peak worked really, really good, but it definitely required a little bit more scrubbing. Now, this is our dip method here, and the dip method worked really good, like immediately on this spoon and on this spoon. We got it right on camera. But then with this spoon that had a little bit more intricate, like elaborate detail, we polished it at the end with the toothbrush and some baking soda just to kind of shine it up a little bit and lift up some of this brown that's still stuck in here. We can't seem to lift that off. So if you guys have any ideas on how to get that off, you can always leave me a comment in this, or a section in comment in the comment section about if you know how to get into like all these little tiny details. So I'm sure there's some of you that must have some of this fantastic, fancy ass silver. And now I'm gonna show you how to store it. The easiest way to prevent your silver from tarnishing is to not let it be exposed to air. So the easiest way to do this is to wrap it up into saran wrap. Wrap it up in some saran wrap. It's like honestly the easiest way to do it. And I've wrapped up these two spoons because they're a pair already. You wanna wrap it tightly so no air can get into it. And like, some people like to display their silver, which is totally fine, but you're gonna have to polish it on a much more, on a much more regular basis. And yeah, so you wanna kind of wrap it up as best you can and then do it a couple more times. And especially if you're only pulling this out for holiday dinners, this is going to help so that you don't have to polish it. Done. Normally when we do this, and I'm comparing two methods, I can say like one method is better than the other. In all honesty with these, the best method is together. So do the dip and then polish with the Peak at the end, because that's what's just gonna like give you that final perfect shine. And yeah, that's how you get your silver done. Make sure you wrap them up with the saran wrap at the end so that they do not tarnish immediately after you've done all your hard work. Leave any tips for me in the comments.